Hi, I'm Sebastian and welcome to Risolve Studio. Today we're going to be binding a zine. Here we have all of the press sheets. This is by Sean Richer and this is the job ticket. This is something we do for every job that comes in the shop, so we have all the details and specs. This zine is a 5x8 zine. It is going to be 44 pages with an alternate cover and there's 200 zines total. The whole thing is one color, being black ink. The cover over here has some finish treatments to it. Has a soft touch laminate, which is really nice. It locks in the ink and has a nice kind of velvety feel to it. The white that you see here is actually a white foil stamp, which is super rad. If you shine it in the light in the right way, it has a nice reflection to it and actually has like a nice little texture as well. So it's a nice little finishing detail there. This zine will be available to purchase and you can find the links for it in the description below. And so now I'm gonna go through all the different steps that we take to bind a zine here in the shop.
Hey everyone, Lindsay here. I'm just going to be narrating all of the steps that we took to make this zine. And as always, we're going to start with the files. So this is the print ready file that Sean sent us. You can see that it's set up in pages, which is what we ask for rather than spreads. Now to get it ready for printing into a booklet, we're just going to run an imposition sequence on it. So here in the studio, we use Quite Imposing. Quite is an automated imposition program that does a ton of stuff. So I'm just going to go to plugins, and I'm going to go to automation sequences. So this is a sequence that I've already created for a 44-page 5x8 zine. And all I have to do is hit play, and it takes all of the pages in the zine and sets them up for print. So here you can see the cover page, it has crop marks, and everything is in the right page order to be printed as a folded booklet. Highly recommend this program for anybody who's doing any kind of pre-press setup. So these are the files that we printed, and now we'll go on to binding. One of the first steps that we need to take for this zine is trimming down each folio. So we do a head and foot trim, that's the top and bottom of the sheet. We don't worry about a face trim until after the books are bound. And we have to do this with every single folio. So you can see Sebastian going through and trimming the head and foot of each one. The cover paper for this zine is 80-pound cover and it's laminated, so it's extra thick. So we go through and score each cover sheet to make sure that when we run it through the booklet maker, it's going to fold as cleanly as possible. Here you can see Sebastian starting to put our trimmed down folios into our collator. Normally we would have the collator run in line with the rest of the booklet maker. But in this case, this is a 44-page zine, which means it has 11 different folios. Our collator can only handle up to 10 different folios at a time. So we'll collate 10 of the folios using the collator, and then we'll collate in the covers by hand. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's still faster than having to collate the entire zine by hand. Once collating is complete, we can move on to running the zines through the booklet maker. The booklet maker takes the sheets, jogs them together, staples them, folds them, and then typically face trims them at the end. Normally we would have the booklet maker face trim the books inside of the machine, but these books are extra thick, and because they have that laminated cover, as I was talking about earlier, our trimmer doesn't do a very good job face trimming them. So for these books, we've opted to trim them by hand. We can trim about 3 books at a time. We always want our books to have the best possible outcome, and if that means taking a few extra steps in finishing, that's what we're gonna do.
And that's how we bind a zine. We took a few extra steps more than normal just because of the page count and the thickness of the book, but overall it went really well. The white foil is super choice. It's probably my favorite part about this project. And that's gonna be it. If you have any questions or anything you wanna know, please leave us a comment below. We appreciate your support and looking forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like.